got a facing towards our sideline. That says on it. Yeah, like that. This one is wider. Check the front of the. Oh my God! No. Last game. Extra values right here. Don't want to cross that right here. Bring it up as high as you just leave it like that, and then they can put pressure on that. Oh my God!
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Cliftonites, and welcome to Clifton School Stadium's Joseph Greco Field. Today's North Jersey Super Football Conference Varsity game features the PCTI Bulldogs against your Clifton Mustangs. But first, for your pre-game enjoyment, here is the 87th edition of your Mustang Marching Band, the show band of the Northeast, featuring drum majorette Gabby Lapaki and Mustang majorettes. It's time for our traditional favorite. For generations, it's been the band's international calling card, the incomparable script, CHS.
You want to move the bridge up to the basketball on that jump
Ladies and gentlemen, kindly direct your attention to the tunnel located at the 40-yard line and welcome your 2025 Fighting Mustangs!
Where's Passaic County Tech? Where's PCTI? Yeah.
Oh my God!
He's out of range.
God damn it, they're going to be the future. Those kids are going to be placed in some ones that make them the future.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's officials are the referee, Jim Conti, the umpire, Joe Zuba, linesman, Pat McGovern, line judge, John Abatista, field judge, Danny Custing, side judge, Glenn Forrest, and the clock operator, Mr. Clifford Potts.
Oh, you saw the commander, like the robot. They're gonna make. Okay, so tomorrow apparently the Lord is that they're gonna bring all the shots together. They're gonna try to rebuild it.
Ladies and gentlemen, kindly welcome the visiting Bulldogs.
You remember the mobile? I was like watching Indian videos, like those Indian tutorials on how to work electricity. For what? For her to tell us. That's why they win. No, they're not playing at all. Oh, I know. I know. You guys with the small ass. Oh, yeah. He's Polish. When I think of PCTI,
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you to stand. The gentlemen who remove your hats for the call to the colors and kindly remain standing as we honor America by playing our national anthem. Performed this evening with over 90 8th grade band students from both Woodrow Wilson and Christopher Columbus Middle Schools, and conducted by Mr. Timothy Haber, band director at Christopher Columbus Middle School.
Welcome, everyone, and a very good evening to you and yours, as tonight, Clifton Livestream Sports will be bringing to you live from Joseph Greco Field at Clifton Stadium a varsity high school football matchup between the visiting Passaic County Tech Bulldogs versus your Clifton Mustangs. Alongside my partner, Vincent Chirichullo, we're so glad to join us tonight on this crisp autumn evening for some thrilling high school football action. Passaic County Tech come into tonight's game with a 4-3 record, looking to stay on top of league standings, coming off a big win last week by a score of 51-7 against Irvington, and they're always a tough opponent. They're led by junior quarterbacks Colin Heighton, the Wayne kid who has thrown for over 500 yards and 5 scores. Gabe Miles, who also has 5 touchdown strikes, and junior running back Kadir Young, who has run for over 700 rushing yards and 7 touchdowns. And Vinny, certainly when we look at Passaic Tech, they're always a formidable opponent and a rival, to say the least.
Yes, Marcello, they are one of the best teams in the Super Football Conference. They have only lost 3 games, and the 3 teams they lost to have a combined 18-3 record. They lost to Burlington Township, who is 7-0, West Orange, who is 5-2, and Ramapo, who is 5-1.
And Clifton, despite a winless record, have seen significant contributions from underclassman sophomore quarterback Ryan Sisko, who threw for 2 touchdowns last game, and Uriel Watt, as we're underway, as Clifton has elected to receive. Spinning is Watt, as mentioned, and he's tackled at about the 18-yard line. Good special teams play by Passaic Tech. And certainly Clifton also led, Vinny, by Joseph Deming, senior.
Yeah, Deming has been on this team for quite a few years now. He is a very, very good player. He's good on the defensive and the offensive side of the ball. Regardless of which side of the ball he's on, he does a great job. So I can't wait to see what he does in this game against their biggest rival.
And certainly when we look, as we mentioned, 2 rivals here, Clifton and Passaic Tech. You look at keys of the game here, Vinny. What are you looking at in terms of Clifton's side as they open up shotgun with Sisko and Watt in formation?
Well, for Clifton, the biggest issue this year has definitely been offensive line. They have to be able to protect up front. Whether they're running the ball or passing the ball, you need to open up holes for the running backs to go through. And on top of that, you also need to give receivers time to get open and the quarterback time to throw the ball. I'm sure you're not going to see a lot of throwing in this game, Marcello, but you are going to see them attempt it, and if they're going to attempt it, they're going to need time.
And Domingue there, as we mentioned, gained 3 yards, second and we'll call it 7. And certainly when you're looking at Passaic Tech, one of the powerhouses of the state, Vinny, keys to the game for Passaic County Tech today.
You know, Passaic County Tech is a team that when they don't win their games, they stray away from what they do, and they try and do too much at one time. Passaic County Tech just needs to stay on track, do what they do best. And, you know, Passaic County Tech's a team that doesn't really throw the ball a whole lot when they run the ball. But honestly, when they pass, I want you guys to look out for Tyson Watkins, number 13, who's their leading receiver. I personally think he's one of the best wide receivers in the Super Football Conference. So watch out for him, but also watch out for that dangerous backfield for the Bulldogs.
And a penalty there certainly helps Clifton, short yard distance. And again, we mentioned this earlier, they do have to control the clock and short yard situations. As Domingue right side trying to get a first down, pushes ahead, looks like he may get it. Tackle there by number 7, Ian McDuffie, but it looks like they'll move the chains, and they will, and positive yardage there for first series of Clifton, Vinny.
That's definitely what you need to do. You got to get the run game going. It all begins and ends there. So if you can get the run game going, you can get the passing game going. The run game opens up everything on offense, Marcello, and that's a good start for Clifton.
First down, ball at the 30. Sisko in the shotgun, one back set. Domingue's one back set. Here is Joseph Domingue, and he's swallowed up. No gain there. Tackle by number 53, Jaden Paulino. Jaden Paulino on the tackle.
Yeah, that's again, like we said, but the key with the game of Clifton is to be able to block up front, and they kind of ran the same play a couple times in a row. And that's not going to help them. PCTI is a very good team, a very well-led defense. They're not going to, Clifton's going to run the same play over and over, and they're going to run very similar plays like it. PCTI is going to read that very easily. So Clifton needs to go out there and they need to start getting a little more experimental with the playbook.
And now here is Cisco under center. One back set. 2nd and 12. Handoff up the middle. Maybe a yard. It's going to set up 3rd and long. And again, 3rd and longs don't work too well for Clifton. They want to keep short yard distance to see if they end up passing here on a 3rd and 12. 3rd and we'll call it 11.
This is where Clifton might have to break out the passing game, and it's not something that Clifton does very often, but it's something they might have to do on these long yardage situations. So let's see what Clifton does here. I'm assuming it's either going to be another type of run, maybe a screen of some sort, but let's see what Clifton could do here.
3rd and 11.
Try and get the hands and the balls of the running backs, Monty, like the ball in the hands of the running backs.
3 wide receiver right. Cisco and shotgun. Snap, drop back, 5-step drop. It is a screen, nearly picked off. Wow, miscommunication there. He was looking for Deming. And number 53, Jaden Polino, again with his hands on it. Lucky that wasn't intercepted.
That was a heck of a play there. He jumped up, got his hands on the ball. He could have easily maybe had a pick 6 there, but just a good job breaking it up, and it forces the Clifton special teams to come out here.
Yeah, it looked like he was rushing the passer and noticed the screen and dropped back, nearly picked it off. So Clifton, no choice here but to punt. Punts at about the 50. They're going to let it go. Comes back, and it's going to take Passaic Tech bounce. And that's where Passaic Tech will take over their first possession at the Clifton 42-yard line. And as we mentioned, Passaic Tech led by 2 quarterbacks. One, the kid Colin White-Heighton, and he's a junior. He's passed for over 700 yards so far this year. And certainly we're going to see a lot of Gabe Miles, senior. He also rotates in at quarterback. Certainly between these 2 quarterbacks, Vinny, we're going to see a lot of both of them.
Yeah, they're going to be out here for almost all game. But look out for number 6, Kadir Young, their starting running back, who has 703 yards this year rushing.
Drop back the pass over the middle, complete to number 12, Anthony DiAugustino. Nice tackle there by Thomas Jaden Mozone. He was able to make the tackle, but gain of about 8. We'll call it 2nd and 2. Certainly first down passing there for Passaic Tech.
And the Bulldogs hurrying up to the line. No stopping for them.
Gabe Miles in shotgun formation. He drops back, 2-step drop, looks right, throws right, and incomplete. Good coverage there by number 20, Braden Maldonado. Braden Maldonado on the coverage was able to cover as the pass was intended for Ian McDuffie. Good defense there by Clifton.
Yeah, Maldonado with a good coverage there. I mean, they were trying to take a shot downfield, maybe 20, 25 yards downfield, but a good job by Clifton to play pass coverage when they were certainly expecting a run. But just because there's 2 passes so far, don't be fooled. Kadir Young gets a lot of carries all the time.
Miles again on the shotgun. 1 back set, 3 wide receivers right. Man in motion, flip wide right. He's going to try to go around the bend because a corner, and he's tackled. As that was number 7, Ian McDuffie. Came in motion, was able to swing around. Gain of about 7. That'll set up a first down. First down of the game belongs to Passaic Tech. And certainly you could see how they do mix up pass and run on their drives. Clifton's going to have to stay home.
Yeah, definitely a really good job on the PCTI end in terms of play calling. You know, you never know what they're going to do. They're so unpredictable. That's what makes them so dangerous, Marcello. That's what makes them a team that only loses to good teams. They never lose to bad teams, and this is why.
Miles again, shotgun. Kadir Young in motion. Miles will take it himself. Breaks a tackle. Goes right. Breaks another tackle. Down to the 20. Down to the 10. Touchdown. Passaic Tech as Gabe Miles around the bend on a 22-yard touchdown run was able to break 2 tackles along the right side. Ran it in for the score.
He has 88 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns on the year. He's just surpassed 100 and on what's probably his best run of the year. He didn't just break not 1, not 2, but 3 tackles on his way to the end zone, and the Bulldogs have an early 6-0 lead against the Mustangs, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and take the extra point.
And you could see the size difference there in which he was able to easily shed tackles and go in there for the score. The extra point is good as Passaic Tech takes an early 7-0 lead with 7:16 left to go here first quarter. Passaic Tech.
And that's what makes them so dangerous, Marcello, not to cut you off, but they can run the ball without their running back. They don't need a good running back to run the ball. Their quarterback can take it, and that's a big dude. You got to have a big quarterback, and if you're trying to tackle him, you better give it all you got. And this Clifton defense tried their best, but man, an excellent run there, being able to give the Bulldogs an early lead, and you could see the benches on the other side, they're buzzing, the sidelines excited, and the Bulldogs have an early lead.
And certainly just not the way Clifton wanted to start the game. Did get a first down on their first possession, had to punt, and Passaic Tech wasted no time on a short field to score. So this will be certainly an important drive for Clifton. 7:16 left to go here, first quarter. Daniel Salinas will kick. Back to receive is Uriel Watt and Aiden Hussey. And the kick is underway. And Watt will receive at about his own 2-yard line. He'll take it out to the right. He'll try to get up the middle. And he's up to about the 22-yard line. Tackled by number 20, John Bear Caldero on the tackle. And Clifton now will open with their second possession of the game, down 7-0, 7:07 left to go. Of course, led by head coach Ralph Sinkyu. And certainly, despite the struggles this year, Vinny, we've seen a lot of bright spots from Clifton. They don't give up. They do have underclassmen that are getting valuable varsity time, and that'll serve them dividends in the future.
Yeah, absolutely. You always want to give your young guys time to play and give them time against some of the better teams when the lights are at the brightest. So let's see what Clifton does here with these young players. See how
Hussey
they play.
left. Cisco finds Hussey. Nice move. Tries to break a tackle, and he's able to shed one tackle, not the second. Call a gain of about 3. Nice pass there by Cisco, connecting with Hussey, trying to open up the passing game. Maybe that'll help their running game, and also there.
You know, Marcello, last drive when they had that third down screen, although it looked like it was about to be a pick, I actually like that play call, because if you go back and look, if he was able to catch that ball, he had a lot of green grass in front of him. He might have actually been able to turn around and pick up a first down there. So if I'm Clifton, I run a similar screen. Maybe I try and get the ball on the outside of the hashes, on the outside of the numbers. Try and get to the sidelines. You can't just keep running the ball up the middle and on the inside the whole time. You got to go outside the A gap.
And certainly Cisco, with 2 touchdown passes last game, has shown that he does have an arm. And again, tackle for a loss is Deming. Nowhere to go there. Trying to run left. And he was tackled by number 94, Jeremy Vargas, senior. And he was swallowed up for no gain. Sets up another 3rd and long. And again, not what Clifton wants here with 3rd and long situations. Puts them in a spot to which they're going to have to try to pass here, Vinny.
Yeah, I think they're definitely going to try and pass. I'm thinking maybe another short pass. Maybe they try and do a deep shot, but I'm thinking Clifton has to pass here. You know, it's 3rd and forever. You're not going to get 12 yards on a carry here. The Bulldogs aren't just going to let that happen. On a 4-man rush, it's not going to happen. So Clifton, 4 wide receivers split out. I think they're going to throw here.
Trying to catch their Passaic Tech on an infraction, but Cisco now shotgun. Flag is up. Could be delay a game. And I believe it is. Delay a game on Clifton. Did not get the play in time. That'll set them back 5 yards, and now they're behind the chains. So this is even a harder situation here for Clifton, obviously now 3rd and 17.
Yeah, 3rd and 17. Honestly, this might be one of those cases where Clifton just runs the ball and brings out the special teams. But, you know, Clifton's a team that doesn't give up either. You know, they might not bring out the special teams. They might just try and take a deep shot downfield, which is what I would do if I was Clifton.
Why not? You got Jaden Mazzone out, split left. Deming to his left hip. Here's Cisco. He hands to Deming, and he'll go up the middle. Gain of about 5. We'll call it 5, maybe 7. Sends it back to the line of scrimmage, and Clifton will send their punt team on. Have no choice but to punt deep in their own zone. Second possession, second punt, and Clifton will punt with number 17, Aiden Nolan, and back to receive for Passaic Tech is number 21, Troy Bolden Harris. And call here.
It's a Bulldogs timeout.
Bulldog timeout. First time out of the game. First time out of the half. Looks like Clifton will talk over special teams. So special teams, Vinny, you cannot never discount special teams. So important in a football game.
Yeah, I mean, you don't think about special teams because they're not on the field that often. But when they are, you never know. This could be a punt that could go all the way back to the 1 yard line. Maybe their returner fumbles the ball and Clifton comes up with it and it sets them up in good field position. Who knows?
And we've seen it at all levels, right? Between high school, college, and football. At the pro level, special teams does play a part. So let's see what happens here on the punt. Nick Hensel is the returner.
Back out here now.
Aiden Nolan will punt it away. Left-footed punt. There is Hensel. He's going to look to run it back, and he gets it to about the 35. Finally tackled by Watt. Uriel Watt on the tackle. Good special teams play, Watt, but still, again, good field position for State County Tech on their second position, starting on the Clifton side of the ball.
And Monty, I thought he was going to fair catch that. I thought he was just going to grab it and just sit there.
It did look that way.
Yeah, but he ran up, and you know what? He was like, you know what? I have a little bit of speed behind me. I have it in stride. Let's go and get those extra 5 or 10 yards. And in a game like this, every yard matters. So the Bulldogs already have a 7-0 lead early here. They're going to try and extend it, and we're already halfway through the first quarter.
And that was sophomore Nick Hensel. Again, good play there. Looked like he was going to fair catch it, and he did. Got good yardage. Uriel Watt on the tackle. Again, Clifton does need to D up here. Certainly, State Tech, good field position. 5:17 left to go first quarter. Beautiful night here at Clifton Stadium. An absolutely gorgeous fall night. We're happy to bring it to you. All live stream sports here for Clifton. Next live stream Varsity will be Tuesday, as we'll bring you boys soccer. And as we do all live stream sports, we'll bring you girls volleyball, boys soccer, girls soccer. Of course, football, we have one remaining game next Friday. We'll bring it to you. And it looks like penalty was called. Going to re-punt as Nolan kicks it to the left, looking for no return. He kicks it out of bounds, and ball will be spotted right around midfield. You could hear the Clifton Mustang band. They put on such a beautiful performance at the beginning of the game. You got the cheerleaders down there. You got the younger ones tutoring. That's great. Bunch of cheerleaders. Got fans. You got a good crowd here at Clifton Stadium. Both sides represented well. And this is, you can't ask for more than this. Fall football on a Friday night under the lights. And here comes Tech again for their second possession. Looks like Ian McDuffie will take the snap. That is Mikowski in motion. Handoff up the middle. Looking to break a tackle. He's finally tackled. Ball's on the ground. Fumble recovered by Clifton. First turnover of the game. Turns over to Clifton. As their defense comes up big with a nice play to turn the ball over. As Gabe Miles looked like he got a first down, but was stripped from behind and recovered by Clifton. And this could provide a spark here for Clifton with their third possession.
And he didn't even see that coming, Marcello. He didn't just strip the ball. He came out and he punched the ball out. That was an excellent play on the defensive side of the ball to give Clifton the possession. Now Clifton has to do one thing that they haven't been able to do for a long part of the year. Play complementary football.
And here's Cisco again, shotgun. 2 wide receiver right, 2 wide left. Maldonado and Mazzone to his left. You got Uriel Watt to his left hip. First down. Here is Watt. Watt up the middle, trying to break a tackle. Nowhere to go as he's tackled by number 7, Ian McDuffie. McDuffie on the tackle is Watt. Maybe a yard. Sets up second and a long 9.
And McDuffie has been kind of everywhere this game. Offense, defense, doesn't matter. He has been all over the field, and he has been one of PCTI's best players, not only this game, but all year round. And so I expect to hear his name all game long.
And it is going to be important for Clifton to try to gain some traction on the run so that could open up some of the pass. Here is Cisco again. Uriel Watt to his right. 2 wide receivers set. Watt again up the middle and nowhere to go. Tackled by number 22, Yamel Echeverria. Echeverria on the tackle. And again, not sure if there's a gain there. Maybe third and long. They call it 3rd and 9. Another long third down situation for Clifton. Certainly poses problems here for Clifton. Vinny, certainly 3rd and long.
Yeah, I mean, another possession and another 3rd and long. Clifton's got to be able to pick up a first down. They have to be able to get it to 3rd and manageable, Marcello.
Yeah, off the turnover, certainly you want to try to regain some momentum here. Here's Cisco, drops back, 3-step drop over in the middle, but a flag is thrown. Flag is thrown. Could be a defensive hold.
Maybe a defensive pass interference, but if it is on Clifton, it might get declined. We're still waiting on the call here.
Big call here because if it goes against Passaic Tech, it would be automatic first down for Clifton, move the chains.
And it put them at close to midfield.
And it is. It's a pass interference against PCTI as Clifton here catches a break, able to move the chains, and again, keeps possession.
Defensive pass interference is an automatic first down.
Ball's now at the 49-yard line. Cisco shotgun.
And that's a huge first down there.
Uriel Watt to his right, drops back, gives to Uriel Watt up the middle, finds a seam. Nice run there by Watt, gain of about 5. Best run of the game so far. Uriel Watt, left tackle.
And he took a big hit there, Marcello. I mean, you saw the way he got hit on his right side. That was it. And if you're going to run the ball against the Bulldogs, expect to have those linemen and linebackers, those front 7 players, come across the field and lay the absolute boom.
Yeah, that was a big hit. And Uriel Watt, certainly not the biggest of backs, but he plays with a lot of heart. Blows both sides of the ball. We've seen him on a couple tackles already today. He's again one back set. Cisco in shotgun. 2nd and 4. Short yardage situation. Let's see what Clifton does here. That was Thomas Bowman in motion. Hands back to Watt, and he's tackled from behind by Michael Morrow, senior. Michael Morrow coming around from the weak side, made a tackle. Practically no gain there for Watt.
Yeah, I mean, just an absolutely fantastic play on the defensive side of the field. You can even see Coach Sinkyu, he is furious about that. Obviously, there was a missed blocking assignment or something there, or maybe just the block itself wasn't as good as he was expecting. But again, this is good. This is actually not bad for Clifton. It's 3rd and 5, not 3rd and 9, not 3rd and a million, 3rd and manageable here.
And
but
certainly
Clifton needs to get this here, Marcello. This is huge for them.
This is. I mean, certainly we want to make sure that we maintain possession. You wonder here too, Vinny, is it 2-down territory if they do come up short?
I think it is. The Bulldogs, each of their possessions have been past midfield. Clifton has to score here after the turnover and the penalty. You got to go for it on 4th down unless you lose yards.
Here we go. Cisco, 2-step drop over the middle. Nearly picked off. Miscommunication there. Pass intended for Hussey. He went in, ball went out. Luckily, it wasn't picked. Nearly the 2nd time that there was nearly interception tonight, and Clifton will not go for it on 4th down. They will punt on 4th down.
I'm kind of surprised about that. You know, he had him wide open on that play, and, you know, it's not easy as a quarterback trying to throw over offensive linemen who are actually taller and bigger than you are, but he had him open, they missed. I would just call the same play again and go for it, but it looks like Clifton's bringing out the special teams here.
And here is again number 31, Nick Hensel, trying to break a tackle, but he's tackled behind by again Uriel Watt, making himself active here on both sides of the ball. Uriel Watt with his 3rd tackle already of the game.
And that was his best tackle, Marcello. That tackle was amazing. He didn't make that tackle. You might be talking about a drive that starts at the 45-yard line, maybe the 50, or maybe he takes it to the house for a 13-point lead. But Uriel Watt makes his presence known, makes a good play, and the Bulldogs will begin their drive at the worst field position they've had all game on their 3rd drive at the 30.
There was a lot of green grass in front of them, so it was a great tackle. And here is now Tech on their 3rd possession. Gabe Miles on their center, one back set. Hands up. Here is number 6, Kadir Young. Kadir Young tripped up from behind. Wow, good tackle there. As certainly there was some yardage by Young, and Jaden Washington on a tackle. Got him from behind, or else that could have gone the distance.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know Young is furious. Marcello. You know he's mad at himself about the fumble on the last drive. He's out there. He just had a 13-yard carry. He's like, hey, that was one-time mistake. We gave you a chance to get us some points on the board, but now I'm out here, and he's coming for the Mustangs' heads.
Gabe Miles again under center. Hands back to Young. Young left. Tries to cut back. Does cut back. Has some grass. Goes good run. Breaks a tackle. Cuts back in. Finally brought down at the Clifton 44-yard line. Call it a gain of 22. Is Kadir Young again to the left-hand side. Finally brought down by linebacker Maldonado again on the tackle.
And there goes Young, man. He is an absolute stud. And, you know, he had on the fumble he had, I'm pretty sure he got like 10 or 11 yards on that carry when he fumbled the ball last drive. But now he's not fumbling the ball anymore, is he, Marcello?
No, he's not. Got to be careful here. Clifton wants to hold firm. Don't want to give up another score here. Here we go. Kadir Young again. One's back set. Breaks up. Finds a seam, and he's tackled. Good gain there. Is tackled by number 4, Jair Rodriguez. And certainly another big gain. Call it a gain of about 12. Sets up another first, 8. Second and call it 2.
You don't want to let him get going. That's a key thing about him. You don't want to let this guy get going. He gets going, he's going to have, I think he already has like 30 yards on this drive alone. He's on pace to have over 100 in this game, Marcello, and there's 20 seconds left in this half.
He is a big back. He's going to drop back, throws left, complete, and he's tackled by number 4, Jared Rodriguez. Nice pass left, able to move the chains again. Passaic Tech complete along the left-hand side. Caught by Moody. Pass completion sets up first down at the Clifton 28. Big drive here for Clifton as quarter is winding down. Let's see if Tech doesn't want to run a play before the quarter expires. I don't think so. And the first quarter will come to an end with Passaic Tech leading by a score of 7-0. We'll be back at the beginning of the second quarter.
I thought you walked.
Welcome back, everyone, as we begin the second quarter here at Clifton Stadium on an absolutely beautiful night on Tech's third possession. Here is Miles. He looks right, throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. Nice play there by number 33. Was able to get his hands on the ball. That's Yandel Santana. Was able to get his hands last minute, deflected the ball at the last minute, and was able to be an incomplete there for Passaic Tech.
And you know what? That was a great throw up there. But Santana able to get in between the ball. He did tip it. He had his hands on it. He had a chance to catch it there. But Clifton was able to get a hand on the ball. And although it was still catchable, it threw the receiver off a little bit. And it saved the touchdown.
Just hit it enough. No question. Here we go. 2nd and 10. Miles. Here is Young again, running right, spins away, nearly breaks the tackle, but he's tackled there at about the Clifton 25-yard line. Gain of about 4. We'll call it 3rd and 8. Okay, call it 3rd and 8. Nice tackle there by number 51. And that was Caden Wren on a tackle.
Looks like he got more than 2 yards there, but luckily for Clifton's sake, it's 3rd and 8 now. They're looking to maybe at least get the first down. They could kick field goals from this range, Marcello. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, it's true. Gabe Miles again. Drops back. Chased down, runs left, throws over the middle, and it's nearly picked off. Nearly picked off by number 4, Jared Rodriguez. Nice defense there by Clifton. Certainly tightening up. Now sets up a 4th down. Interesting to see what Passaic Tech will do. Led by head coach Matt Demarest.
And that was a good play by the front 7 of Clifton, being able to get the pressure. And it looks like the Bulldogs, they're not putting their special teams out there. It looks like they're going for it.
And here is Miles. Big play here. Early stages, second quarter. Oh, looks like a flag is down. Could be encroachment. Oh boy, could be offsides on Clifton. I believe it is, and it is going to be. And that, again, changes the complexion of this 4th down play. Instead of 4th and 8, now sets up 4th and short yardage.
And now it becomes 4th. It goes from 4th and pretty long to 4th and short. And Passaic Tech is very good in these short yardage situations. They run the ball a lot, and they are averaging about 6 or 7 yards a carry. This is a chance for the Bulldogs to really pick up a first down here.
Let's see if Clifton can somehow get a stop. Miles looking over to Coach Demarest. Bauman, number 6, Young, and one back set. Hands off to Young, off left, right, gets a seam, and he's tackled. Nearly broke it. First down, Passaic Tech. He's tackled at the 10-yard line. Tackled again by Jared Rodriguez. And again, when you get safeties making tackles, not a good sign for Clifton's D.
Yeah, and he did a really good job there. As soon as he saw this team, he ran right through it, picked up a first down. And you know who he kind of reminds me of? He reminds me of former Rutgers running back and current NFL running back Kyle Monungai. As soon as he sees a hole, you watch him at Rutgers, he would run right through it and pick up as many yards as he could.
And here is Miles again. He'll roll right, trying to find a seam, does break a tackle, spins away, and somehow gains 2 yards. This could have been a tackle for a loss, but was able to spin away, gain 2 yards, sets up 3rd and about 8. And 3rd and goal, I should say.
It's
second and goal, excuse me.
And you know what, Marcello? A lot of people love the one-handed catches and the crazy highlight plays. Those are my favorite plays. Plays that are supposed to, like, maybe be back at the line of scrimmage or lose 2 or 3 yards, and they end up picking up a few yards. Those plays show you what kind of effort and heart that those players have, and that was a great play there. I love the highlight reels, but those are my favorite.
And here is Gabe Miles again. Ooh, somebody went off. Miscommunication there as wide receiver. That was certainly also, false start on Tech. This will help Clifton. That'll move them back 5. As that was receiver Anthony D'Agostino. Was offsides along the right.
That was pretty obvious there. I mean, nobody moved, and I just saw him pretty much walk right into the end zone. So this is another. Clifton's getting a lot of help from the referees this game. They better start to take advantage of it soon, or else it's going to cost them.
And here we go. 2nd and goal from the 12. Miles in the shotgun. Miles taking himself along the right-hand side, breaks a tackle down to the 5, touchdown, Passaic Tech. As Gabe Miles along the right-hand side, again showing how athletic he is, was able to break a tackle at the 8 and easily stroll in for the 2nd touchdown of the game for Passaic Tech to extend their lead to 13-0.
Yeah, that was an excellent run there, and I mean, he didn't even have to really try. He just walked right into the end zone, and another broken tackle by him. He has been breaking every single tackle this game, Marcello, and I got to give Clifton credit. They have been able to get there, but when you have to, they're just struggling to bring him down.
Yeah, it's tough. He's such a big guy, and here's the extra point attempt, and it is good as Passaic Tech takes a 14-0 lead, 9-18 second quarter. Clifton, as we mentioned, play here at home, and then they will wrap up the season next Friday. They'll host East Orange, one last game of the season next year for Clifton. Passaic Tech, they'll also have one more game. They're home versus Passaic, and again, they come in with a 4-3 record. Lost to Ramapo 41-7. As we mentioned in the opening, they did beat Irvington 51-6. Did win against a very good Ridgewood team, 28-14. Win versus Columbia. And again, coming in with a 4-3 record, trying to gain momentum going into playoffs. And here's the kickoff. See if Clifton can get a big return. Here is Uriel Watt. Runs right. Finds a seam along the right-hand side. He's down to the 40, down to the 50, and he's brought down at the Passaic Tech 47-yard line. What a return by Uriel Watt. 67-yard return. Wow, brings it down to the 47-yard line for Passaic Tech.
And what do the kids say these days, Monty? Let them cook. Let Uriel Watt cook. He absolutely lit up the field there. That was an awesome return, and it finally pumped some life into this Clifton team when they needed it most. And I love that play. Let's see what Clifton could do here with their best field position yet.
Looks like Messiah Campbell's in the game. They do rotate. Campbell in the game, shotgun. Deming to his right hip, shotgun, and here we go. Messiah Campbell trying to go right, gains about 2 yards, and he's brought down by number 7, Ian McDuffie, junior linebacker, brings down Messiah Campbell. And again, you'll see a rotational quarterback situation here with Clifton. They'll rotate Campbell and Cisco. Campbell getting some snaps here. Again, this is such an important possession for Clifton. With the big return, you want to get a couple first downs here, continue some momentum, maybe get a score on the board. Clock is running. Keep momentum here. Keep possession. Certainly this is what we're looking for here for Clifton, as Campbell in shotgun, Deming, Bauman in motion. Snap, hands over to Deming, finds a seam up the middle. Good yardage there. Cuts it up about the 40-yard line. And again, Clifton here now 3rd and short.
You know what, Marcello? I know Clifton doesn't have any points, and they've been a little bit, iffy on offense this game. It's 3rd and short. You might expect expect a run. If I'm Clifton, you know what I do? I consider a pass here. It would throw the Bulldogs off here. Maybe a play-action pass or maybe a screen of some sort. But you want to put the Bulldogs on their toes. Do a pass. Why not? I'm sure they're going to go with a run. But if it were me, I would do a play-action pass.
Let's see what they do draw up here. 3rd and 4. Campbell, shotgun. Campbell will hand it to Ming, cuts left, and really no gain there. Wait, ball's on the ground, but the whistle has blown. Probably was down. He looked like he was down. The Ming was down. Ball was on the ground, but play was stopped. This now sets up a 4th and short. You have to figure Clifton will go here, and they'll leave their offense on the field. And you have to love Uriel Watt. For a small kid, certainly he gives it all. It's not in the game right now, but certainly both offense and defense has been a spark plug for Clifton.
I mean, he had a 67-yard return, like you said, Marcello. Why is he not out there? In my opinion, he's the best player on this team. He should be on the field.
Here we go. Big play. 4th and 3. Messiah Campbell. Deming underneath him. 2 wide receivers right. In motion. Jaden Washington. Not sure what the call is here. Coach Sinkyu is livid. As you can see, he's visibly upset with the offense. Not sure what the miscommunication is there. Had to call timeout. Looked like they were running out of the play clock. They didn't want to lose another 5 yards at the penalty. So certainly some aggravation here being shown by the coaching staff. You want to make sure that you get your house in order. 4th and 3. This is a huge play. I know it's still 2nd quarter, but still get a first down, keep possession, keep the clock running.
I know Coach Sinkyu is probably not happy there, and obviously, visibly, he's upset. But you know what would make him happy, Marcello? A first down. You call a timeout on a 4th down, you want to go back out there, and you want to pick up the first down. That makes up for losing a timeout because it keeps your drive alive. You got to at least get in field goal range here. I mean, sure, a field goal only makes it from a 14-point lead to an 11-point lead, but it's points on the board when you need them most.
So important.
Let's see what they do.
All right, here we go. Messiah Campbell. He'll roll right, and he looks like he's going to throw it, but he's hit from behind. He waited way too long as Michael Morrow came from behind, and Campbell looks like he's hurt. He's limping off the field. He certainly got tackled from behind. Looked like he was going to throw it there, Vinny, but totally mistimed his play there because had no time with Morrow coming from behind and giving a tackle.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't just get tackled from behind. He got absolutely blown up there. That is I mean, I respect the play call. I actually like that play call. Try and take a shot downfield, pick up a lot of yards. That's what I would have done on third down. But he took an absolute bomb of a hit there. He got hit really hard. And that's honestly just a good defensive play from the Bulldogs.
Give them credit. I would think you'd find Cisco coming back in the game. Again, here's Miles, shotgun, Young to his right. Ball at the 40. In motion, 16 there, Jordan LaCarney. Here is Young again, going right. Breaks the tackle, finds a seam. Still on his feet. Down to the 30, down to the 30, down to the 20, down to the 15. Touchdown, Young! He broke a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and he took it the distance to give Passaic Tech a 20-0 lead. Wow. You made mention of Young before. Certainly does remind you of what you're saying in terms of NFL caliber play.
Yeah, that was an absolutely fantastic play. And the fact that he had 3 players chasing him down and he was able to kick it into another gear and get in the end zone there, that is an NFL caliber play. That's those, and like I said, I love the highlight reel plays, but I love those hard effort plays there. That was both. He put so much effort into that run and turned it into a highlight. Love that play right there. And the Bulldogs will extend their lead 21-0 over your Mustangs.
Yeah, you could see where at the line of scrimmage, he looked like he was tied up, but he broke the tackle, and then once he got into his 5th gear, there was no way anybody was going to catch him. And this gives, again, Tech a 21-0 lead. Again, deficit here for Clifton. You're looking at down 3 scores. Does it change the game plan for the offense here for Clifton, especially knowing now that Messiah Campbell, one of the quarterbacks who rotates in, looked like got hurt on the last play, maybe all up to Ryan Cisco rest of the way?
Yeah, it's something that Clifton had a lot of energy on that last drive, and, you think maybe, all right, Clifton's got some life pumped into them. That sucks all the energy out of you. That play right there, a touchdown from long yardage when you got 3 guys chasing them down, that's it for Clifton in terms of energy. They have nothing to go off of unless they get another good return or another big play that maybe puts them on the board, but that is a real big momentum shift in the favor of the Bulldogs.
And kickoff underway. Uriel Watt at his own 12. Runs right, trying to find a crease. Does so, and again, runs it down to the 32-yard line. 20-yard return for Watt. And again, I love this kid, Watt. I mean, for a small kid, offense, defense, he wants the ball. He wants to make plays. And despite his size, really is a playmaker for the Mustangs.
Yeah, I would argue he's one of the best players on the team. And, it's hard to look for positives when you're down by 3 scores. But Uriel Watt has been fantastic. He has been great all game long. If it's me, I'd let him get the ball this drive. I'm sure he's tired after returning the ball for 30 yards there, but let him get the ball a little bit.
Here's the Ming right side. Practically no gain. Dante Soli on the tackle. He's a senior linebacker. And gain of again 2. And you can see here now Clifton sticking to their run game. Cisco at quarterback. 2nd and 9. Again, we want to try to stay ahead of the change. Keep short yardage situations on 3rd down. Coach Jared Dano calling in the play call. Again, don't want to get the game away from you too early. Still 21-0. See if we can get a touchdown on this drive. Cut the lead before we get into the half. In motion is Nolan. Hand off to Deming. Cuts right and nowhere to go as he's tackled by Ahmad Williams. He's a junior DB. Came up on the tackle. Give him his first credit tackle of the game. As Deming running right. Again, no gain there. It's 3rd and 9.
And I don't know if you saw, but about the 45-yard line, there was a block on the field, but the Bulldogs were trying to, and I couldn't see who it was. It might have been number 13 for the Bulldogs. He picked up one of the Mustangs by his shoulder pads and threw him on the ground, but after the whistle was blown. So I personally think, I hate to be that guy who calls out the refs, but that not being called is absolutely ridiculous. I think that's not a football play. That is unnecessary roughness.
And it should have been a call. It would have given Clifton a first down here. They do need some breaks. As here goes Cisco. Bowman in motion. He'll drop back to pass. Has time. Looking over the middle. Complete! Complete over the middle to number 1, Jaden Mazzone, as Cisco connects. Beautiful pass play there receiver gives a first down to Clifton at the 50-yard line.
That's a great catch by Mazzone. And I was saying it earlier, let Clifton keep throwing the ball. If you can get your receivers open and make plays like that, that's how you get down the field. Keep throwing it. It's something that's working. If it works, let it happen. Why not? Try it. Experiment. You don't have to run every play.
And it did certainly have time there, Cisco, and he was able to step into it. Here is Deming up the middle. Finds a little gap. Gain of about 4. We'll call it 4. Again, and Clifton, of course, both sides of the ball, led by number 65, Aiden Romero. Such a big kid, and really a great student. Big body, up front, gives you as much as he can on both sides of the ball. Such a critical part, integral part of the line on both sides, Aiden Romero.
Absolutely, and he has been an integral part all season, and that's what's holding Clifton back, the offensive line. When the offensive line plays good, that's the front line of your team. It all begins and ends in the trenches, specifically in football. If he plays good and the offensive line plays good, the rest of the team will play good.
And here is Cisco again, connecting with Nolan. Again, nice pass, good completion. Aiden Nolan, 2-sport star, plays basketball too on the reception there. Sets up a 3rd and short. And again, you have to figure this is going to be 2-down territory for Clifton. If they can keep momentum here, try to get a push, get a touchdown before the half, cut this lead down, give them some spark going into halftime, certainly would be important.
And I like the quarterback sneak here, Marcello. I think it's a smart play. You see the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFL. You see them do it all the time with the brotherly shove or the tush push, many people call it. You just get 1 yard and you fall forward and you reset your downs.
And maybe that's the play hands call. Over to Deming, trying to find a little gap. Does he have enough? Not sure. He may be short. And it looks like he may be short. That was, again, Deming on the carry. Looked like he may have found a little gap, but he was tackled. It's going to set up a 4th and about a half yard.
No gain, 4th and 1 for the Mustangs.
And it's 4th and a yard. And you know what? It's interesting watching Clifton this game because when you watch football, usually you say, all right, the running game opens up the passing game. But for Clifton, the passing game has been opening up the running game. When they started passing the ball, their offense started to look better.
3-back set. Cisco back to Deming. He cuts right. Can he find enough? It's all going to depend on the spot. Not sure where the spot will be. It's going to be close. They gave it to Ming again up the middle, but a tackle in center there by Passaic Tech as Rashawn Carter, number 54, in on the tackle. And it looks like they are going to be short, Vinny. Didn't get enough there for a 3rd and 4th short, and certainly big possession there because you wanted to keep the clock on your side with 2 minutes. Now it gives 5th possession of the game to Passaic Tech. You have to be careful here. Still want to D up.
They had 2 chances to get 1 yard, and they couldn't do it. That is a great play by the Bulldogs defense to be able to tighten up there and be able to put some pressure in the A gap where they knew Clifton was going to go. And you know what, Clifton, I like the play calling. 2 runs up the middle, as you should. You need a yard. The Bulldogs defensive line was so well put together there, they wouldn't allow Clifton to even get an inch. Great job by the Bulldogs.
And Colin Heitman checking in at quarterback. He's number 15. First time we've seen him in the game. As we mentioned at the opening stages, they do rotate Gabe Miles and Heitman. Heitman, a Wayne kid. He's a junior. He's also passed for over 500 yards. And he's under center. He'll drop back, passes across. That's to Miles. He's going to look and throw it, and it's complete to Mike Machowski. And the trick play does work as Heitman pass to Mills, back to Machowski. Mike Machowski, a senior, on the trickery to extend the lead now to 27-0.
A little bit of trickery there goes a long way for the Bulldogs. That's going to be on their highlight reel for the year. That was an awesome play call. I love that. Throw to the left, and you know what? Hey, let them throw. Let 2 guys throw the ball. Now you're up 27-0. That is a huge, huge play.
Had both quarterbacks in the game. Heitman to Miles. Miles finds the reception to Mike Machowski. And the extra point is good, which now extends the lead to 28-0 to Tech. And such a critical play there earlier in which, as we said, Vinny, 3rd and 4th down, short yardage, couldn't get it. And within minutes, not even, less than a minute, Tech then counters for a score.
Yeah, I thought the Bulldogs were just going to run the ball and maybe go into the second half, and then, they start the second half with the ball. But no, they still go out there and they put another 7 points on the board, and one of the best play calls I've seen all year. I mean, that was a lot of fun to watch. You love those trickery kind of things that they do. And a big lead here for the Bulldogs as Clifton's going to try and at least get on the board before halftime.
And again, Uriel Watt back to receive. Kick is by Daniel Selenanis. And he'll go off to Watt. Watt is on 8. Watt finds the seam up the left-hand side, and he's tackled at the 28-yard line. Tackled by number 38, Anthony Carswell, Jr. in on a tackle, special teams. 1:17 left on the clock. Still 3 timeouts here for Clifton. 1:17 left. 5th possession of the game for Clifton, down 28-0. What do you think Coach Sinkyu is going to call here there, Vinny? Maybe throw it down the field a little bit, or are you going to stick to the run?
I think Clifton is going to stick to the run here. I mean, it's been what they've been doing all year. It's kind of just their signature. And honestly, I don't see them straying away from it too much. But if it were me, I would throw the ball like they should have been doing all game long.
And here is Messiah Campbell. Glad to see he's back in the game. He must be okay. Big gain there. Joseph Domingue called a gain of about 5. Looks like they will go to a hurry-up. Clifton with 1:05 left to go now in the half. They still have their 3 timeouts. Ball at the 34-yard line. 2nd and 5. Here is Campbell again. Gains over to Domingue. Domingue, maybe a yard, if so. Maybe give him a yard. Sets up another 3rd and short. Again, stiffening up there is Tech as number 52, Jaden Paulino, in on a tackle.
They should be throwing the ball every single play. It is the only thing that's worked. Their biggest play this game was a passing play. And it was a great catch over the middle of the field. Just try it. Experiment with it. The Bulldogs scored their biggest touchdown of the game last play on a pass. And it wasn't even their quarterback.
And here is Campbell on the shotgun. Domingue to his left hip, 2 wide receivers right. Hands over to Domingue. He'll try to gain up the middle, but he's tackled by number 11. Tackle made by David Jackson. He's senior. And leaves a 4th down, or is it 3rd down? It is 4th down.
And
it is 4th down, and the clock will run out. And the clock runs to 0. This will end the first half. Score. Visiting Passaic Tech 28, your Clifton Mustangs 0. We'll be back for the second half in a moment, folks. Thank you.
And stay tuned for our halftime show.
Yes.
title. It's never a good to lose a title.
Welcome back, everyone, as we are about to begin the second half here at Clifton Stadium as Passaic County Tech with a 28-0 lead. I'm Marcello Monti along with my partner, Sir Vincent Chichillo. Always a pleasure, Vinny. Certainly not going things way for Clifton, not going positive for Clifton here first half. Did have some instances in which they were able to get some positive yardage, but certainly a half dominated by Tech.
Yeah, the Bulldogs, as you said, Marcello, have been great all game long, through and through. Passing the ball, running the ball on offense, they have been good. But Clifton, like you said, they've had a couple of things to look forward to. And like you said, you highlighted him at the beginning of the game. He's one of the best players on the team, I think. They need to utilize him all game long. Yoriel Watt, he has been fantastic. He had a 60-yard return before.
He is a dynamic player. There's no question about it. Cisco certainly, with a couple of completions in the first half, has shown some promise. And again, you're looking at valuable experience at the varsity level for so many underclassmen, which will serve this program well in the future. As Clifton will kick off, Passaic Tech will open up the second half. And onside kick, and it is recovered very easily by Tech. As Clifton tried a surprise onside kick, but it was recovered by number 8, Dante Fasoil. And Passaic Tech will start off the second half in great field position, right out about midfield.
And you know what? It might be a surprise, but I love that play call. And it's an excellent play call there. I don't mind it. Although it gives Bulldogs good position, you got to get the ball back. I like it.
And here is Tech again, up 28-0. Good field position. Opening stages here, third quarter. Gabe Miles looking to run, and he's going to be tackled from behind. Nice tackle there by Yandel Nina. He was able to make the tackle there. Tackle. Gain of about maybe 1, and they're going to look like go to a hurry up. Here is again Gabe Miles. Need to be careful here with Kadir Young. Kadir Young again. Touchdown run in the first half. One back set. Miles shotgun. Drops back, hands off. Little miscommunication, but Young breaks free. He's broken a tackle at the 40. He's down at the 30. He's down at the 20. He's chased out, and they're not going to catch him. Touchdown, Young. Kadir Young with a 53-yard touchdown burst as he extends the lead for Tech to 34-0.
That was a phenomenal run and effort. I think he was just trying to get a first down there, Marcello. I didn't think he would imagine that he would be able to get more than that. It's a run up the middle. Those runs are designed to pick up maybe 10, 20 yards max. He ran for like 60 yards there, walked right into the end zone. That is a phenomenal run. He has well over 100 yards this game.
Certainly a big back, there's no question. 6'1", 235. And again, you're looking at a running back that throughout the league and throughout really the northern region of the state has put up big numbers. And, coming into the game, Kadir Young with over 700 yards coming in 7 scores. Tack on another 2 scores this evening. And certainly Kadir Young, senior, is going to be getting looks because he's a big back. And certainly, I'm sure there's some schools that are keeping an eye on him.
Yeah, I'm always excited to watch these big running backs because, even when, running backs are always fast. But guys like him, when he gets in the middle and there are some big defensive linemen ready to tackle him, he lowers the shoulder and throws him into the ground. And he didn't even get touched there on that run. He broke like 1 tackle, but an excellent carry there.
And ball is recovered there by Tech. And looks like Tech there recovers on the kick. And he looks like, not sure it's going right here. Vinny?
I I believe it's similar to a punt, where if they recover it, the Clifton offense will start wherever they recovered it from, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, and it gives possession here back to
actually
Tech.
get possession, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, look at kicked it into no man's land. No one received it. No one touched it. So now
I think it's Bulldogs' ball.
It is Tech's ball. Wonderful field position. Second possession with good field position at the 28. Miles hands up the middle, and he's tackled. Short gain.
All right, that's awfully confusing. Clifton has a chance to possess the ball, and they let the Bulldogs just recover it like that. That I don't understand. That I don't know what kind of strategy they're trying to do here, if they just straight up messed up. That's horrible.
Jacob Marchand there on the tackle. Miles and shotgun. Tech up 35-0, 10-12 left to go here, third quarter. Looking over to Coach Demarest. Coach Mike Demarest takes County Tech. Miles looks left, throws short, intended for number 13, Tyson Watkins Jr. And now sets up a 3rd and 8. 3rd and long. Clifton's defense trying to remain stout here, trying to keep Sake in front of them. Certainly don't want to give up another score. 9:40 and counting, third quarter. Tech up 35-0. Miles will go again in the shotgun. In motion is Michalski. He has a touchdown reception earlier. Young hands off left, running left, and tackled at the 13-yard line.
And it's enough to move the chains.
Yeah, it certainly is enough to move the chains. As that was number 13, Tyson Watkins. Watkins on the run. Sets up another first down for Tech at the 12-yard line, about the 13-yard line. Clock is running, 9 minutes left. Miles back in. Did see a little bit of Colin Heighton in the other quarterback for a couple of possessions there, second quarter. They run back to Miles here, quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, both of these quarterbacks, no matter who's in for them, they have an excellent arm.
Here he is running right, throws right, caught by 13 Watkins, and he's tackled just short of the first down. Call it 3rd and 1, 2nd and 1.
Yeah, he got 9 there, and this is where the Bulldogs are probably going to extend their lead even further now, because this is where the Bulldogs are at their best. Red zone, have to run the ball. Their backfield is unbelievably good. So
Tight formation. 2nd and 1. Ball at 4-yard line. Hands up off the middle and touchdown Tech. That was number 23, Randy Lewis, running back. Scores easily up the middle on a 3rd and short to extend the lead for Clifton with 8 minutes and counting here in the third quarter.
And just a textbook run right up the middle. That's exactly what you want to do when you're in the red zone or even close to the goal line. Just punch it in for 6, run right up the middle, no messing around, no games, no nothing. And that's exactly what they do.
And they'll go in for the extra point. Try to extend the lead to 42-0. 7:35 in counting. And the extra point is good to extend the lead 42-0 as 7:25 in counting.
Bulldogs up 42-0 on Clifton. I mean, you see the Bulldogs make a few mistakes, and Clifton has a couple chances to capitalize, but the Bulldogs, every time Clifton gets a chance to capitalize, the Bulldogs come back with more and more fire, and you just saw, even when they do have a chance.
You could see the size difference. Certainly that has played a big part here today. I mean, some of the size of these kids from Tech, hard to bring down some of these running backs and receivers. They've had arm tackles on them, but again, unable to bring them down, which has extended plays for Tech. Some long yardage situations, certainly outgaining Clifton, as Clifton will be back to receive. 42-0, 6 minutes and change left to go here, third quarter, and kick is underway. Short kick. Uriel Watt will try to camp under it. They'll have to recover it. Ball is loose. I think Clifton does get it. Again, could have been the same situation that happened last time where Tech recovered, and luckily there Uriel Watt was able to jump on the ball. Heads up play by Watt to maintain possession here for Clifton. And they'll open up possession here with 6 minutes left to go on their own 28-yard line.
I don't know who recovered. I believe I can't really tell. I believe Clifton got it, and they're gonna have to put something together here if they want to keep this game, keep it in a winnable manner.
Here is Cisco. Cisco hands up off the middle to Domingue. Finds a seam. Best run of the night so far for Domingue. We'll call it 9. Sets up 2nd and 1. 5:35 in, counting here. Third quarter, 42-0 Tech. Clifton going to a hurry up. They'll hurry up back up to the line. Cisco calling the plays, looking over to Giordano, Coach Giordano. One back set with Domingue. Wide right, split right is Bauman. Again, looking for a change of call here. 2nd and 1. Do need to move the chains here. Snap. Fakes over the middle. Caught by number 1. And he's tackled from behind, but should be good enough for a first down. Tackled by Ian McDuffie. Catch made by Jaden Mazzone. Jaden Mazzone on reception. 2nd reception of the game. Just enough for a first down. And that'll be first down Clifton at their own 38-yard line. Nice pass there by Cisco.
Yeah, great catch there, too. And like I said, the passing game has been good for Clifton this game. So let's keep passing the ball.
Let's see if they continue. Key. Yeah, 3 wide receiver right, Vinny. Let's see if they do go pass again. Cisco. No, they'll hand over to Domingue. Domingue with a little seam, trying to fight. Give him credit. Pushes the pile forward and gain of about 6. Good carry there by Joseph Domingue, Sr., giving it everything he has despite the scoreline. Give credit to Clifton. Still fighting here. Down 42-0. Sets up a 2nd and short. Call it 3. As checking in here, you can see Cisco getting the play call again by Coach Giordano. See if they put some kind of points on the board here in the third quarter. Nolan split wide right.
And you know something, Marcello? Clifton passed the ball last play. They got 7 yards on the following play on a run.
Here is Domingue. Nice cutback left. Runs left down to the 40. Cuts back again to the right. And he's tackled from behind. Nice run there by Joseph Domingue. Down to the 38-yard line at Passaic Tech. Best run of the evening for Clifton.
And you know what? Like I said, the passing game opens up the running game for Clifton. And I think Clifton should keep going with the passing attack if they want to open up the runs.
And there is an injury on the field. Looks like it is Joseph Domingue. Maybe he pulled a hamstring, not sure. Hopefully it's not too serious. Athletic training staff out, making sure that Joseph Domingue is okay. He's a senior. As I just mentioned, one of the hardest working players on the team. Certainly a senior, leading by example. Despite the scoreline, still playing hard. Everyone making sure that he's going to be okay. Hopefully he's able to walk under his own power, and it looks like he is. Looks like he's fine. Here he is. Looks like he's going to be okay. Thank goodness Joseph Domingue is walking under his own strength, so hopefully he'll be back in the game. Sets up a first down Clifton at the 35-yard line. Clock has stopped with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left, though now it has reset.
Another first down for Clifton. You know what? Keep mixing up the play calling. Pass, run, try it.
Here is Cisco, shotgun. Hands over to Watt. Here is Uriel Watt. Busting forward. Gives it, man, you got a gain of about 3. Sets up a 2nd and about 7. Uriel Watt getting a touch on offense. Mixing in with Domingue. Cisco over to Giordano looking to get a play call.
And that's one of the best parts about the Clifton offense, actually. Their depth at running back. They have quite a few guys who can run the ball pretty well. And I think that Uriel Watt, Domingue, they have quite a few guys who can carry the ball, push forward for a few yards. But again, I still think they should try to experiment with the passing game here.
And here is Cisco, shotgun again. Uriel Watt just to his left hip. Out to the right is Maldonado. He'll drop back, needs to hurry, throws it over the middle, and nearly was there. Nearly was there, intended.
And you know what? I like that play call. I like that they tried to take a shot downfield. He was open,
Right.
but it's just a shame because he had no time to throw. Absolutely none. He got blown up as soon as he snapped the ball, Marcello.
Yeah, it did. It didn't have enough time. If he just had another split second, I think he would have been able to connect. He rushed his throw and overthrew his intended target.
That's not his
Sets up
fault,
a
though.
3rd and 8.
Yeah, he had the intended target. He just didn't have the blocking. So if it's me, 3rd and long, hey, throw the ball again.
Not sure if there was a flag here. It looks like there may have been. We may have missed it on it. Yeah, penalty against the Bulldogs. Guess they called a defensive hold in the middle of the field. So Clifton catches a break, 1st down. This is furthest they've been in Passaic County Tech territory, down at the 18-yard line. And here is Cisco, again the sophomore, gaining valuable experience. Hands over, no, he'll fake, throw left, complete to Yandel Nina, and he breaks in, and he tackled, touchdown, Clifton! Yandel Nina! What a pass by Cisco! Looked right, thrown left. Nina with the great move was able to score, and Clifton with their first score of the game.
And it's about time. Clifton gets on the board, and it's a perfect play. They didn't see the pass at all. It was a play-action pass after they've been running, and they finally connect for a touchdown. And they cut down the Bulldogs' lead a little bit, but they still got a long way to go.
And I tell you, though, you're right. I mean, you could see the passing game improving as the year has progressed. And Cisco, certainly earlier in the year having difficulty finding targets, but certainly has been more accurate as the year has progressed, and they're going to go for 2. Cisco on the shotgun. He'll drop back, look left, and throws, and it's incomplete. No, flag is thrown. Looked like it may have been targeting there, as Jaden Mazzone was the intended target. Cisco put it on him, but it was incomplete, and it looked like a late hit. It's going to give Clifton another opportunity. As we are now into the 4th quarter. Okay, this could be one play. It's a two-point play. Again, Clifton looking to see if they can cut the lead, 42-8. Cisco shotgun, hands over to Watt. Watt trying to get through, but not enough. As tackle was made by number 14, Chris Davis. Davis in on a tackle, cut Watt short. So the score will be 42-6 as we now enter the 4th quarter. We'll be back momentarily, folks. Welcome back, 4th quarter. Clifton will kick away, scoring on their last possession. Here is number 3, Nazai Mitchell, looking to break a tackle on the right sideline, and he's taken out of bounds. Stopped at the 40, tackled at their own 40. A flag does come in. Not sure what the flag is. Late flag there, as the 4th quarter is underway with 11:30 left to go. Running clock, 42-6. See what the flag is. Personal foul against Passaic Tech. That'll move them back. They'll move him back. Let's see if Clifton here possibly on defense can create a turnover, get the ball quickly back, score another one. 42-6. Clock has stopped at 11. Oh, it keeps running. And they'll march it back all the way to the 30-yard line. And that's where Tech will open up their possession here, fourth quarter. First possession of the fourth quarter. And again, got Gabe Miles. Seen a lot of Gabe Miles tonight, Vinny.
Yeah,
certainly a talented quarterback.
He has been absolutely excellent, and I love the way he's been playing. I think he's been awesome.
Big kid. Hands off to number 3, Nazai Mitchell, seeing some time, and he's tackled. Nice tackle there by Clifton. Jaden Washington on the tackle also. So nice tackle there. Sets up a 2nd and 10. No yardage there. Nazai Mitchell with his first touch of the game. Getting some playing time here.
You know,
he is a junior.
The Bulldogs this game, you know, I try to we try to spot out one thing that's positive about this team going into this game. The run game, the passing game, and obviously they've been great on the ground. But let's not discredit how they've been through the air. They have been great.
And here, talking about through the air, incomplete. Looks like he tried to find his target. That was number 15.
And maybe I just jinxed him a little bit.
Yeah, I think you did.
He was wide open, but he dropped it. And
yeah, he dropped it in the bucket. Yeah, it was a complete miss.
It's going to be 4th down, I believe. It says on the scoreboard 4th and 10.
Yeah, it does say 4th. If it is 4th, they're going to go for it. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10 is the official. Here is Miles on the shotgun. To his right is Nazai Mitchell. Agostino wide right receiver. 3rd and 10, big play here. Let's see if Clifton can get him off the field. He's rushed to his left. Miles looking for a receiver, cuts it back, and he's going to be cut short by number 15, Jane Washington. Nice tackle there by Clifton, and this will set up a 4th and about 5. Let's see if Passaic Tech sends out their punt team, and they will. They'll send out their punt team as Clifton with a stop and 8:50 to go here, 4th quarter. Score 42-6. And again, we will host again live next Friday, Clifton's finale against East Orange. Same time, same place. We'll be happy to bring it to you live stream. Our next live stream, though, will be Tuesday, boys soccer. We'll bring you live boys soccer from Fernando Rossi Field.
We're always excited to live stream, no matter the sport, soccer, football, basketball.
We love it.
We are so excited.
Yeah, no, listen, we have certainly a busy schedule. We've just broadcast some varsity volleyball, girls volleyball playing well this year. Girls soccer certainly has shown improvement throughout the year. And, of course, our boys soccer team, always one of the top soccer teams in the state. They're playing tomorrow, very big game, Passaic County tournament at Wayne Hills. So boys soccer, those of you who follow soccer, certainly show up, support your Mustangs as they play on the road tomorrow against Hills. 2nd round of the Passaic County tournament. Here is Cisco. Cisco hands off to Deming, and he will be cut back by number 5, Xavier Kalkuli. He makes the tackle as Deming looks to get up. It looks like he's down again. Maybe a hamstring. Not sure if it's a calf. But again, Deming is down. Again, give Deming credit here, Vinny. Senior, he doesn't want to come out the field. But look at him on the field, giving everything that he absolutely has, despite the scoreline. Looks like a cramp once again. Clock will stop at 7 minutes, 12 seconds left to go here in the game. And Passaic Tech will close out their season versus Passaic. Certainly won't be the end of the season for Passaic Tech. They look forward to playoffs. They certainly will qualify. And again, rounding out their season, Passaic, they're going to extend their winning. They're going to be the 5-3. They'll go to 5-3 after today. One more game against Passaic, and that'll round out their schedule. And certainly, we're looking forward to playoffs at the high school level. Those will begin shortly. As can't believe, Vinny, that this fall sports season is quickly coming to a close.
Yeah, that was a quick fall season. I mean, I feel like we just started. You know, I can't believe how quick it's come to an end, but I've had a great time with the fall sports. I mean, you know, although this hasn't been the ideal season for Clifton, I always have a great time announcing these games. It's always good, you know, with the, you know, there's nothing like being at Joseph Greco Field on a Friday night. The lights are on, the band's loud, the crowd's roaring, Clifton's, you know, out there doing their thing, you know, trying to, you know, go out there and put on a show for the fans. It's just, even though, you know, Clifton may not be doing as great as we hoped, it's still fun to see them go out there and put their best effort, put their best foot forward to try and give the fans what they've been hoping for, which is a Clifton win.
Absolutely, and it's such a nice crowd here tonight. Certainly well represented, both sides. The band has been playing, and certainly give kudos to the Clifton Marching Band. What a halftime performance they put on as he throws left complete. This is Bauman, and he's tackled. Good enough for a first down. Jaden Mazzone, rather, on the reception. Third reception of the evening. And again, you can see how accurate Ryan Cisco has been. Certainly gaining confidence, throwing the ball, and this will certainly help Clifton's program moving forward. You could see a bright future for Ryan Cisco.
I have to agree with you there. You want to throw, you know, it's something that Clifton hasn't done a lot of, but you want to throw the ball. You want to make sure that the guy who's leading your team, your quarterback, has as much confidence as everybody else.
And here is, again, running right is Cisco. He'll take it on the keeper. Gain of about 6. Ryan Cisco running right. One of his first rushes of the game. He's looking over to Coach Giordano. 5:40 and counting left to go here in the game. Again, another strong possession here by Clifton. Scored on their last possession on the pass to Yandel Nina. So, again, looking to see if they can go back-to-back with touchdowns.
That's a Coach Anthony Giordano play call right there. The fake handoff, run with the quarterback. That's the kind of quarterback he was. He was a very mobile quarterback when he was here at Clifton High School, and he was a great quarterback here at Clifton High School. So if anybody knows what's going on in the mind of their quarterback and what they're going through, it's Coach Giordano.
No question about that. And you can see there Cisco throwing right, just incomplete. Luckily, it wasn't picked off. This will set up a 3rd and 5. Less than 5 minutes left to go here in the game. Cisco getting instructions by Giordano, and certainly, as you mentioned, both Coach Sinque and Giordano had such success here as players. Certainly had a lot of success here at the coaching level too. And we mentioned it, certainly a down year for Clifton, but a bright future, knowing how much experience these underclassmen are getting at the varsity level, playing against very tough teams. Here is again Watt, wide up the middle. Again, nice run there by Uriel Watt. Gain of about 12, sets up the first down. That'll move the chains. 4:20 left to go in the game. Ball at the Passaic Tech 40. Nice run there by Uriel Watt.
And I like that you mentioned Clifton's bright future. A lot of good young guys on this team, a lot of good players who can shape up the future of this Mustangs team.
And here is Cisco again, shotgun. Watt behind him. He'll hand back to Watt. He'll cut up the middle. Nice cutback. And a gain of about 8. Tackle made by number 5, Xavier Kokuli. He's a senior. Nice run there, though, by Watt. Back-to-back runs. Sets up a 2nd, and we'll call it 5. 3:35 left to go here in the game. Giordano calling in the play. Cisco calling in play to his teammates, making sure everybody's in order, everybody's in the right position. In motion there is Braden Maldonado. He's split wide right. Cisco drops back, looks left, throws left, and it is caught! Caught by number 1, Jaden Mazzone. He put it on the ground. Jaden Mazzone looked like he caught it, looked like he tried to make a move, cut back, but the ball was stripped, and it looks like it's going to be Passaic Tech ball. Let's see what the call is.
I believe that the referee, he was pointing in the direction of Clifton, so I think that he fumbled the ball, and the ref thinks it might have gone out of bounds.
Okay, all right.
So it might be Clifton ball, and
it
you know,
is.
from our point of view, it didn't really look like that the ball went out of bounds. It looked like the ball stayed in, but luckily for Clifton, they have a chance here to get on the board again after a nice shot downfield.
Oh, looked like motion there. Yeah, flag down. Looked like it could have been a false start. Yep. False start will set them back 5 yards. 2 minutes in change left to go in the game. Clifton will have to go to a hurry up if they want to try to get another score on the board.
Credit to Jaden Mouzone this game. He has been excellent receiving the ball, number one.
4 receptions for a total of 68 yards. Certainly has been impressive here. And give credit to both Cisco and Mouzone connecting on 4 targets.
Yeah,
Here is Watt up the middle. Watt breaking right. Trying to cut back. Give him credit. Cutting back again and again. Another perfect example of the heart and soul of Uriel Watt, never giving up on the play. Looked like he was going to be tackled at the 12, but he spins around and gains another 4 yards.
I like to make comparisons. I think I compared him to another player earlier in the year, but I'm going to say it again. Uriel Watt reminds me a lot of NFL running back, former running back Darren Sproles. Not the tallest guy, not the biggest guy, but still was a dominant force in the league and stayed relevant for a long time.
There is a completion. The Wanyel Nina looking to get in. He's tackled at the 2-yard line. Nice completion there by Cisco.
And Nina has has Clifton's touchdown this game. He almost had the second one, so he is a very good player to look out for. And one thing I noticed about Nina, he's very tall.
He is.
He's a tall player, and that's what you want.
2 sports star, plays basketball too, as we know, as we cover.
Very good basketball player as well. That's right around the corner, folks.
Yes, it is. Here is Cisco. He'll hand over to Watt, and Watt is tackled. Tackled by number 62, David Ortega. David Ortega on the tackle. Sets up a 3rd down. Let's call it a 2nd now. 2nd and goal in the Mustangs. 40 seconds left to go in the game. They'll look to try to hurry up, see if they can get the ball in the end zone before the game. Try to get another score here. Cisco in shotgun. 1 back set with Watt. Here is Cisco. He'll hand over to Watt. Cuts up the middle, and he's tackled just short of the goal line. Tackled by number 57, Zachary Rosario. Rosario on the tackle. And they'll look to try to hurry up. Clock is ticking. 13 seconds left. See if they can get one more play in before the game expires.
And they're on the 1-yard line.
7 seconds. Here is Cisco. Gets the play in. Throws left, and it is complete! Complete for the touchdown! Jaden Mouzone, as we mentioned, his 5th reception of the game for a total of 74 yards and caps off this game with a touchdown. What a pass by Cisco.
And the game ends on a high note. He jumped up, got that ball, and made a heck of a catch. Great connection there, great throw. And you know what? That's something you want to see from Clifton. Being able to end the game on a high note. It wasn't the score they were looking for, but that's one thing to look forward to. That connection between Cisco and Mouzone.
It was perfectly placed. Put it right in the bucket is Cisco. Good way to end the game. Final score here at the stadium. Passaic Tech 42, your Clifton Mustangs 12. For Vincent Chiricello, I'm Marcello Monte. We're happy to bring it to you. Have a good night, folks.
Thank you, guys, and have a good night.